The palace looked different in the daylight, less like a dream, more like a fortress. Zainab never thought she would see it again, but fate, or maybe something more stubborn than fate, had other plans. It started with the flowers. 3 days after the ball, she came home from her second job, the one at the small tailoring shop in Surulere, and found a small bouquet waiting at her door. Not the huge, extravagant kind she imagined royals sent to each other, but simple, hand-picked ones. White lilies and yellow roses. No note, just her name on a card, written in neat handwriting. She didn't know how he'd found her, and she told herself she shouldn't respond. But curiosity is a patient thief, and by the next day, she was waiting to see if he would appear again. He did. Not in a palace car, not surrounded by bodyguards. He came to the market where she was buying yams for dinner, dressed so simply that she almost didn't recognize him. The moment their eyes met, she knew. "Are you following me now?" she asked, more amused than annoyed. "I was hoping to run into you," he said, grinning like someone who wasn't used to being told no. "I thought maybe I could buy you a coffee." "I don't drink coffee," she replied. "Tea, then." "I don't drink tea." He tilted his head. "All right, what do you drink?" She smirked. "Zobo." And that's how the Prince of Olusala found himself sitting on a rickety wooden bench at a roadside stand, sipping cold zobo from a plastic cup, surrounded by the smell of suya and roasted corn. If you've gotten to this level of the video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. They talked for hours, about everything except the thing that was most obvious between them, who they were, and the invisible wall between their worlds. He didn't ask her about her family, and she didn't ask him about the palace. Instead, she told him about the customers at the shop, about the little boy next door who kept losing his slippers, about the Lagos rain that flooded her street every year. And he told her about the places he'd traveled to, the books he loved, the strange loneliness of living in a house full of people but feeling completely alone. They started meeting like that, in places where no one would think to look for a prince. Sometimes it was at the Zobo stand, sometimes at a small beach in Badagry, where the waves seemed to swallow their words before anyone else could hear them. But secrets are heavy things, and the more you carry them, the more the world notices. One afternoon, as they walked through a crowded street in Yaba, a man with a camera phone caught them laughing together. Tayo didn't notice. Zainab didn't either, but the internet did.